some words explain the position of the strategy. So the approach will be holistic. If there is any problem, just do that. Okay?
Problem? Microphone's no good.
I don't have a microphone.
Okay, well,
So it's not a problem.
Come and sit closer.
Come forward, come
Come
forward.
sit closer.
that's what they want to.
Sit on the edge.
It's free now. Okay, so I belong to the old school. You can see it. So I will use a board. You can use a computer, but I will be very slow. So it's useful to use computer to write something very speedy way. This idea. Okay, so strategy. The 9. Huh? So I will use only this symbol, strategy. For the rest, I will finish that. So we use strategy in several ways, in several fields, but in fact there is a core, which is not so obvious. So the core, in fact, is mathematics. So it's very important to remember this, because all the time with mathematics we ask what is it using for. It will be an application in some field or not. In fact, at the first time we don't care. So in fact we work in the irrelevant field at the beginning. But the strange thing with irrelevant things is that at the end it seems to be relevant. And there is also the opposite. Sometimes something which is very relevant at the end seems to be irrelevant. So we start with this. I will use tactics. So tactics is the very low level. Operational strategy here. So this will be SOT. And high strategy and strategy of mankind. So this is not what you thought with SL. So the idea is the following. At each level we can avoid the previous one. So it's rather strange, because we have something like a generalization, but in fact if we are here we can correct everything. Okay. So this is not really a nice way to approach this, but is the only which is efficient. So the idea is the following. Sometimes when you have a theorem and you make a generalization, you think that the theorem is okay. But in strategy there is a difference, because it's not science. Okay? No science. When you hear someone who says strategy is a science, you know that he is not a strategist. So remove. That's all. Okay? This is the same thing with mathematics. Mathematics is not a science. Physics is a science. Biology is a science. Mathematics, no. We don't care about reality. just construct concept. They are logical. We can stay alone, and sometimes we can use it in reality, but you don't have to test. So we have known the criteria proper. No falsification. So we can construct ideas, mathematics, and we can use it in strategy. So this level are very common, but in fact many guys work here and think that they are working here. Too bad. If you are here, it's okay. Here is better. The best is here. But after that, it's okay. So, just for the word, do you play chess? Yes? Do that if you play chess. It's not a problem. Okay. Do you play Go? No? Only one? Two? Go. Go band? No? It's Japanese, Chinese, Korean. No? Sorry, but you know. Okay, so wrong. You should. So exercise. Chess seems to be okay. So go. In Chinese, Veki. Maybe you know with stone, black, white stone, Koban. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Shogi. Shogi. Come on. Okay. Maybe it's a joke for you, but not for me. See? Now you're going to laugh or not, you don't know. You shouldn't. Because you know, you are working in business, and we use this game for model. Okay? Before, long time ago, we go to the battle, we fight, we have war, and the end was death. So, mankind decided to learn these things with games. Those are very good identities and ideas for doing this without death. So you should. Because at the end, you will have this problem. Even you. So the point is, can you push this problem away? How many years? And the idea also is, here, we can play with irreversible game. So, what is the idea? You know, I want to see what is his reaction. So I do this, okay? For example, of course I can do this. But the idea is the following. If I do really this, there is no reversibility. Even if I say, oh sorry, all the people in society all the time say sorry. The idea is how can manage the problem to avoid to say sorry. And there is only one way, is to solve the problem. So, I I will not do it.
Thank you.
Okay, but you feel it. Okay, it's the same. In fact, with this, I play right now chess. It was chess for him. Even if I keep this, I'll continue to play chess with him. Because I can change my mind. Too many circles. So the idea is the following. How can I test how can I test my intelligence, okay, without problem? Because very often in economy, and even in business, they test their intelligence, but with problem. And after they say, okay, it was an error. So the idea with the following game is that you can make errors, you can learn, and now you should know Go, because this year, for the first time, AlphaGo, a computer, beat the World Championship in Go. It's a pity if you don't know that. But you know, now you remember, okay? Okay, it's okay. But remember that it's best to read the game than to remember only the result. Because sometimes it's the same thing with theorems. We know the result, but we don't know the way. So if you change something, you know, oh, more or less it will be the same. No, nothing. So for example, we use very often game theory, you know? Game theory has a problem and also a solution. The problem is that the game should be played by players who are normal players. Okay? So the problem is, what should we do where they are not normal? And this is life. So strategy is another framework, biggest of this one. And the problem is the target. So, very often, we say the following thing. You should have target in your life. No? But it's wrong. In fact, if you create a strategy to obtain this target, nobody tell you the way you choose the target. In fact, the target is extra strategy on it. So, we have to find another framework. This is meta-strategy. In meta-strategy, we do not have target. We have vision. So very often, we look for a vision to understand something, and not only a target. You see the difference? This is strategy. The target is outside the box, not inside. The vision is inside. So, for the vision, so at the bottom we have reality. Okay? Just above you have the act. The vision, utopia, and never thought before. Okay? So what is the idea? If you stay in reality, you are just conservative.
Safe.
mean just that you want to stay in that. So here we have real politics. Real politics is a joke. You should laugh. Okay. So you vote him before he told you and we do everything. After he explained to you that it's difficult. When you have more questions about this, he said to you, you know, the reality cannot be changed. So the question is, why he did not explain this before? The real question is, why are we doing the same thing again? Because he explained me that it's impossible, and on the next election, I'll do the same thing. I will vote for you. In Greece, we can do it 3 times. So, the act, what is the act? It is different from the move. What is the move? The move is only something we do not change reality. The act change reality. So there is before the act and after the act. Okay? So the idea now is, if you want to change reality, it's simple, no? This function has to be outside. This is rather strange, in fact, okay? So we have to find the tool which is outside of the reality to change the reality. Because if it is inside, it will stay stable. So this tool is strategy. Tactics does not change reality. It's only a move. So the problem is the following. To change reality, you need to play an act, not a move. To know what is a move, you have to get a vision. So if you don't have a vision, you cannot play act. So it's rather strange. Costa, you will like it. Imagine that you are in a building and I ask you to go there. So it's obvious for you, there is a door. You know, there is not only windows in our life, there are also doors. This is for Mark. Yeah. So, you do this. But now, I explain you that you should do this. It's okay? More or less? Okay. So remember, in Greek antiquity, we have a door and we have a wall. The thief make a hole here. Why? Because the door was very strong, but not the wall. So it was very strange because in fact it was only to close the wall, but the wall was with problems. So the target was outside the door. It's very strange. We can do it right now, the same thing with the door, you know? Yeah, very sophisticated door. In fact, to change temperature to 1. So you need 2 tools. is constant. Okay, and you need also temperature. The combination will open the door. So this is energy, this is strategy. If you have energy and strategy, you can manage economy and politics. Just to... So, now with the vision, you need in fact the vision to be inside utopia. So, utopia is another word which belongs to mantention. It's rather strange at the first level, but in fact your mantention is much more bigger than reality. Seems to be the opposite, but in fact mantention is big. So reality is here, mantention is here, and you can have many realities. Sometimes there is an intersection with 2 or 3 guys. They belong to the same reality. Just that. But the mantention is much more efficient. So the idea is the following. Don't try to solve the problem with a linear way. So we have a problem. We have the solution. And at the first glance, we think that the solution should belong to the frame of the problem. This is wrong. The solution can be outside. So the problem for mankind is the following. Mankind, if you want, is the solution for outsider of problem. If you solve a problem in the same framework, you are in society. That's all. If you can do it with the tool which belong to outside of the problem, so you belong to mankind. So, for example, it's a credit card. You have a credit card? You don't know? We are in a business school. I don't have a credit card. You don't know? Oh, you have everything. Okay. So, you want to create this. Okay? It's easy, no? Do you know the creation of this? The way it was created? No? No. You should play Go. Huh? Okay, so the first idea. Phone. Kevin. Money. Remember? Yes? So one guy, a French guy, by the way, thought that we should create cards with a chip, like this, for the phone. So he went to the business market and he explained that I have an idea, very good idea. We should have a card and not money to put this into phone. Okay. They explained him, this is reality, that he was wrong. Because they explained him that if you are right, we have to change all the cabins. but they did it. So, second step, no cabin. In fact, with money. So it was victory, no? No? Yes? For him, for the victory. But in fact, new innovation, cell phones. So there is no more cabin. So the thing that we should use this for banks and credit card. So in fact this was created not for banks, but for the phone. So the idea, if you see the result, you have here the innovation, here there is a target, which is a credit card, okay? We have the phone card. We do this. If you have asked to the bank to change this, I would say never again. You know, even now, we write in COBOL because they create all the data at this moment. Even if you now write with this, etc., they will ask you to change it in COBOL. They are very, very conservative. So, in fact, they use this as an error. In fact, they accept to use this to control you. Not with this, only with this. And not, of course, with this. This is a joke. This is a joke. This is mathematics. To use this, we use prime numbers. So, in fact, they change reality with a tool which was extra reality. And, in fact, at the first glance, totally irrelevant. And at the end, totally relevant. So, the change. We have two changes. 1, 2. This is only phase, and this is a cycle. So, the phase, you do this. The function of every side, it's okay. Step function. You change something, cannot go back. There is something which is different. For the cycle, it's much more complicated. Imagine that you do this, and suddenly you do this here, and you can do this. So what is the difference? Here, for example, we can have induction and also deduction. But in fact, we use abduction. Everyone is okay with abduction? No? You should do this. Okay. So, the abduction is the following thing. Induction is the following. I see something again, 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 and I think, oh, I will see it again. Okay. Deduction is I see this, 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 so I should do this. Abduction is statics with only one thing. you have only one phenomenon, and you say, I can create a word on this. For example, here we have quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics is abduction. It means that we have statistics normally for an infinite event, but in fact we have only one, and we say abduction. So the idea is the following. Deduction, induction is like this, deduction is like this, and abduction is like this. So that's why we have abduction. To do this, you need tactics. To do this, operational. To do this, strategy. So now we have some different way to see the problem. And imagine, in fact we have three, but I can use only two, because if I use the third one, you will not see the second one. Okay. I will go there. But at the end I will be. So the idea is the following way. Strategy will produce some different entities. So for example, geostrategy. Okay? So geostrategy is the word of contacts. So in fact, we have a very powerful notion, is the distance. Okay? So imagine you are the state, you see the contact, you are the state, and you say, I will use my geostrategy on this. This is in fact the combination of geometry. In fact, we have the geo and the strategy. Okay? So geo, at a very low level, we think that geostrategy is geography and strategy. At high level, we think that it's geometry and strategy. So it's rather different. Now we can create another word. This is strategy. So this is the word of relation. In relation, in fact, we have no distance. The distance is not important. So here we have a topology and strategy. So topology is a field in mathematics. Do you play topology? Don't play topology. Let go. It's for me? Okay. Well done. Can you tell me my distance from you? You mean this and this? Okay. Women have always problem with this. It's due to us. Because we all the time explain to women that this is 20 centimeters. So you play this game. So if we are in geometry, you are correct. If we are in topology, my distance is infinite. Infinite. Okay? So remember, for example, electricity, okay? No contact, okay, electricity, no contact, nothing. So in topology, in fact, the distance, if we want to say distance, is only 0 or infinity. Here, it belongs to this. Okay? So the idea is the following. Imagine that now you have your contact. Your contact is her and her. Okay? Now you move. You don't have this contact. But if you have a relation, For example, it's your sister. Even if you go there, it's your sister. Okay? This is total strategy. So we don't see the world only with distance, but with relation. For example, this is internet. This is the book without face. Only contact, only likes. No? There is no relation with the relation. So if you want to test without an IQ test your intelligence, it's very easy. You can see if you are here or here. That's all. Now, we have chronal strategy. So this is a word here with the links. I will explain the links. So the links, in fact, are chronostrategic relations. So what is a link? For example, this is a contact. Okay? This is a contact. There is no contact. We can have this. See? And now the link. The link is rather different because we can do this. You see? So for example, we have 3 circles. If I cut one of them, everything will be free. This is a link. This is not a knot. Okay? It's not this. This is not also a bond. Or you play also this. Okay. The bond, there is no freedom. No freedom. This is freedom. You want to be here. As you want to be here, you will stay here. If you don't want, you are free. So it's very different. Do this. Okay. We are free to keep contact. It's okay? It's not. Because even if you do that, I will keep it. So this is, in fact, a bond. This is only a link. So if it is a link, like the following, like the relation, we can do this. You will see. If I do that, if I do this, it's the same? Yes? No, this is more powerful. But it's also free.
It's more than one point of contact.
No, it's only not only because we have our fingers,
Not interlocking.
and there is a structure. There is no structure here.
It's interlinked.
What?
It's interlinked.
Yes, exactly. So this is more powerful, and you can live in time. So in fact, this is the topology of the time and not the space. Here we have space. Here we have time. The difference is very important. You know, even in business, all the time, you are looking for strategy in space. But the real strategy is in time. So for example, you want to have a startup, okay? And you think it's smart. But you do like this. Many startups are down. Why? Because they think the space of the market and not the time of the market. It's very, for you, for MasterChef, you know? you can be famous for 1 week. And we will use everything, you know, even le pomade. You can be famous for 1 week. For 1 day, it's very easy. For 1 month, for 1 year, for 1 century, we study business above a century. Okay? Let's move on. They are totally different from the business below. So imagine that the business is in a family. Okay? For example, you will see something which is very important in strategy is if you want to create a business with your family, you have a wrong starting point. Why? Because you don't choose your family. It's a problem. So if your brother is nice, it's okay. If it is not, it's not okay. And it is your brother. So there is a problem. In fact, we use this mental schemata and we say we are in a family, we need a director to have result in family. It is a contact, a relation, or a link. You want to vote? In Greece, we vote for everything. If you like it. Even for theorem, I mean, but you... in fact, if you are in the family and your director is in your family, this is a contact. And the problem is how to remove him when there is a problem. And in fact, it's impossible because it belongs to the family will do this. Okay, so if it is your society, society is kaput due to this. Now, if your director is outside, but very close to you, sometimes he's a legal advisor, it's like this. This is a relation. But the problem with the relation is that the director, or for example, your advocate, can be in the same context with another one. And maybe you can have a problem between them. So here, it is a link. Because it is obvious that you make the choice. You make the choice. You can go away. It's okay. So if you go away, it's okay for the family. If the family don't like him, it's okay. If you don't like the family, it's okay. But here, there is a problem. So here, we have friction. So if you read, close it. Yes, close it. Okay. Close it. We mentioned the problem with friction. Because sometimes we think that the problem came from outside. In fact, the real problem is always inside. And sometimes outside came inside to activate the problem. Just so we'll use an idea of chess, hyper modern style, is the following. For example, this is a pawn, pound, and a pound. It's nice to do this like that, because we can say the same thing with go, but I will not say it right now. If you want to take this, you will have a problem. You saw my picture? Okay. Because it's only one unity. Okay? So you can take it only with a pound. Because you can, if you take it with a knight, you will lose 3. With a bishop, 3.5. With a rook, 5. And 2 times. So the idea is the following. If your structure is very good, you will not have attack. If you have attack, means that there is a problem in your structure. For example, if you have only this, you will have an attack like this. So, not for you, for you. Which is the most important part of his body? The head. Not the head, the brain. Okay. The second most important part? Correct. So, you see, for the both, we have a very nice body, the brain, inside the box, your heart, inside the box. But we have a problem. Here's the connection. So, it is difficult to attack him here. It is difficult to attack him here. It is easy to do this. So we do this. So the idea is the following. Your neck has a problem. We have a problem of structure. So in the army, they will learn you. That's all. But if you have something here, it's okay. So the idea is, this is essential, this is essential, this is critical. So, essential and critical. So, this is your base, this is your problem. That's why when you want to swim in the sea, in the ocean, you should do this. Why? You have to put the water here. Because it's a very, very close contact with the neural system. If you have a chop, it will be here. It's the same problem. So sometimes the older guys say to us, okay, you should put water here. I say, okay, I don't care. You don't care, you will be dead. I don't care also. You will not have a problem. Only dead people have no problem. Okay? If you have problems, it's okay. Remember, it means that you are alive. So don't try to solve all your problems, because this is easy. Okay, try to do some. Your wife, your children, your parents. No, it's okay for the parents that they go home otherwise. Okay, so the idea is the following. When you have a structure, you will have the element, the relation, and you know if there is a group to do this. If you have a group, you should have also an act, so an operation. Do something in this field. If you don't have this, you will have problems. So, if you have only elements, this is a collection. If you have an element, with relation. This is a structure. If you have an operation, this is a group. Okay? For example, for the moment, it seems to be a collection. Here we have a collection. We are not what? Only 10? No, it's impossible. I need 9. So if you have a group, this is better than a collection. Okay? If you have only collection, you will not have strategy. So, how to get this? This is the act, and not the move. So, in fact, the idea is the following. If you try to find the target, and you have a strategy, you do more or less like this. No, okay, in Asia, I know. You do like this. Especially Chinese. Yeah, because they read Sun Tzu. So they know that if you do this, you don't know the target. But the problem is the following. You see this act? If I put the ball very far, I will not get this. So I have to think the strategy, the after, before the before. Because if I think the after, before the before, it's okay. If I think the after the before, it's too late. Huh? Okay. So, imagine now that you have the target here, and you have an obstruction here. Okay? So you are here, and in fact you have to do this. It's okay, no? But you realize something. Here, you go away from the target. So they will say you in business, this is irrelevant. This is relevant, but after. So now you want to see the trajectory, and you want to see something which is rather strange. In fact, the characterization of the trajectory is not due to the target, it's due to the obstruction. So, this is a rather new idea. If you are here, don't try to find the target. Don't care. Try to find the obstruction. Slalom, and you will find the target. So, the strategy tells you something rather simple. Don't try to find the target before the obstruction. Try to find the obstruction from your data. You see the obstruction? You go far away from them, and you get this. So an example in reality, very easy reality. You are here, and you want to jump this. It's easy, no? You do this. But it's an obstruction. So, it was adopted, but in fact we realized that the real entity is here. Now I show you the same thing from above. It's okay? The same, from above. Now we have strategy. The first obstruction is gravity. Going to tell me current. The others. So in fact, with gravity and dynamics, you do this. It's very strange. Okay? So you are in the circle. You are here. You want to jump there. And you do this. Why? Because to the force, you are going to do this, and in fact you are going to run like this. Easy. If they put here something, you know that you should do this and this. All this is Fosbury. So if you don't know how to jump, for example, you go in a linear way and you jump. And you jump this. So when we jump, my definition is when I can jump above my hand. You are here, here, I don't care, but you can do it above. If you can do it above, is that you have a methodology. So, in fact here, this is not at all linear, and the idea is the following. This is the best way. This one. This is the best way to discover the obstruction. And this is the best way to use it. So you have to discover and to use it. So in fact, at the first glance, obstruction seems to be a problem. But at the second, the problem contains the solution. If you can manage the obstruction, you will get the target. So, with this idea, we change the word in the following way. This is the past, this is the future, this is the act. So I do the same thing right now with the time. In fact, if you realize your life like this, we have problem. If you do this, this will be better. So how can I do this? I do this part with my mind. I do this part with my life. Okay, so the mind can go further than your position, can act to be again at the same point, but with method. So you can remove the obstruction and get the target. So the idea to remember is you have to think the after, before the before, and not the after the before. This is too late. This is okay. So how to convince someone to think the after, before, the before. you have to learn him irreversible game. So you touch, you play. You let, you play. This means that we learn how to learn. Why? Because we have time. Only one. So you have to play one game and you have to discover the rule when you play. So normally you have rules and after you play. Okay? But the problem is the following. If you have to play and you don't know the rules, for example, in shogi, you can have pieces outside of your shogi band which can play inside after. Okay? So I explain. For example, in chess, you take someone, you put it there, he's dead. It's okay? Okay. This is chess. In shogi, you take it, you put it there, and when you want, you can put it again with you. So, like this, for example. This is the king. So in fact, you take the pieces of the other, you take it, you keep it, and you can put it again in the shogi-ba. So this game will be very, very defensive, very conservative, because you can have someone from outside can go everywhere on the shogi-ba. This is not possible in the chess. In Go, you have to put your stones. So you have 19, okay, and you put your stones, just black, for example, and there is no move. So here we have only static game. Here we have dynamic with a position, and here we have the position like this. This is 9 by 9. 8. So the difference is the following. If you want to play chess without the rules, you can do it with a computer, for example. Okay? You play and you stop you when it's bad. Not correct. Okay? So it is forbidden. But imagine that with the first forbidden move, you are dead. So, in chess, you will choose what? Black. Because he's going to play first. So, you will see the move. You will see that it's possible. So, you can play the same. If you play first, and you take the move which is forbidden, you will lose. So, this is the same problem. Imagine now that we have to learn how to learn. The idea is you don't know that you don't know. If you don't know that you don't know, you are okay. There is no problem. You are the problem. But it's not for you. So now you know that you don't know. Okay? You don't know that you know. It was strange, this one, huh? Okay, I see. What is your name? Now you are sleeping. What is your name? No, no, you are sleeping. So you don't know. Now I wake you. What is your name? Now you know, but before you didn't know that you know. So you have to be awake. Here you have to learn. Here you have to live, but never mind. And now here you know that you know. So this is the master. So this is a disciple. This is a fighter. And this is the master. This is you know where you put the flower? Yes? You know? Where you put the flower? To have a nice flower, what you need? Not only water. Yes, sun, it's okay. And
Soil, oxygen, fertilizer, love, enjoyment.
and something which is produced by animals. Okay, so the idea is the following. Strategy will use this for them to learn them with the advice of them. Okay, this is not strategy, it's only Buddha. Yes? Okay, so the idea is the following. Don't try to do something do it. Seems to be like Yoda. I know. But it's correct. You know, in a scenario in a movie, you can put something which is true. So, the idea is the following. If you have not to try and you have to do, how to try without trying? With strategy. If you are in the field of strategy, you try, in fact, in scenario, and then belong to the plantation. So, this is not only decision theory, you are not alone. This is a very problematic way to do this. For example, you are in game theory and you think that you are alone. You play your best move, you are alone. But the problem is there is another one. So, in fact, we have also the market theory. So, what is the difference? Only one player, few players, many. We have cooperation or not. We have theorem of Nash. It's okay. So it's rather unexpected because we prove that cooperative games are inside of the non-cooperative. It was strange. But the idea with the Nash equilibrium is I know what to do when I don't know what to do. This is a Ramsey theory. So imagine that in mathematics we have theories to help us to do something when we don't know what to do. For example, in science, if you have knowledge, it's okay, you can test it. But for example, now you are in mathematics and you know that you don't know. What should you test? So the problem with the reality is the following. We have only one chessboard, Go-ban, shogi-ban, only one. We play only one. And we have to fight. And what is the target? Now you know. What is the target? No, this is not to win.
It's not to die.
It's better. It's not to lose. Don't lose. Not win. Win is easy for a small time. So the real idea of strategy is not Monday, I have time, no? Is the following. Is how I can be here after. That's all. If you are only a winner, you are inside a battle. But you cannot play war. In war, in the battle, we have to be again and again at the same position after the battle. So the problem is not to win the battle, is to don't lose the war. So sometimes you have to lose this battle if you want, but the idea is the following. How can I manage my life to be here again after? So you see, there is time, and here there is space. So the idea is the following. It's not to do this, it's to do this. So with strategy, you can do it. But the problem is if you want to do it. If you want to do it, you will do it. But if you don't want, because you don't know, you will never do it. So remember the following idea is time is not linear. So you are going to say to me, it's impossible, it should be linear. In fact, no. Time is like this. If you don't know it, it seems to be here. So this is a property of polycyclicity. So if you think that something is quite the same thing with this, okay? If someone tells you these two things are quite the same, remember the difference. Only. Because the difference makes the difference. If he said to you, they are different, remember the identity. Because, you know, in strategy, if they give you two choices, remember to take the third. Never the A, B. Why? Because if somebody asks you, you prefer A or B, it already is my intention and not yours. So, for example, easy example. We have three cards. Okay, three. I choose one. I know which one is, but you don't know. And I ask you if we prefer this strategy or this one. So the first one is you show me the card and I show you if it's correct. Second one is you show me one card, I show you another, and I ask you if you change your mind. Come on, I have to vote now. So, who votes for the first one? Who votes for the second one? Who doesn't understand the question? Okay. So, for example, for the first strategy, you will win 1/3. Okay? 3 positions. For the second, you will win. I wait the answer. 2/3. Correct. Okay. So, how can I prove this? 2/3. Who says 2/3? Okay, yes, you.
You had a choice of 2 cards out of the 3 cards.
What?
You had a choice of 2 cards. So as you said, you could choose one and then actually show the person a second. And they got to choose either of those. Versus, so there's two potentials out of the 3 combinations, 3 total cards available.
This is not exactly this. The answer is correct, but not the method. But never mind. The answer is correct for the moment. So the idea.
What's the method?
We'll get to that.
Easy. Are we right? So imagine this is a correct, okay? And you choose A. So if you choose A, I will show you B. So you will choose C. So this is you win. If you choose B, I will show you A. You will change and you will say C. If you choose C, I will show you A or B. You will choose B or A, and you will lose. This is generic, so we have the idea. The idea is the following here. There is an obstruction. You use it as a tool, and you want to know if there is information or knowledge. So in fact there is information, and if you use it, it will become knowledge. So in fact this strategy is 2 times better than the first one. So the difference is the following. Can you use the data? So the data. With the data, you will have information. The first problem is if your information is relevant or not. So you have to make a feedback to understand. So you have to think about that. If it is possible, you will have knowledge. If not, you remove it. With your knowledge, with what you have, you will have another feedback with strategy. And you will use this with that. Very often, you listen to people that say, if I knew this or that, I will do something else. I would have done something else. But in fact, it's wrong. they will do the same thing. If you give to someone a problem which is very above his level and try the first time, the second time will be the same. For example, very easy problem. Not to solve here, for your home. A, B, you want to find the center. But you have only one tool, this. So, you know the problem, you know the data, you have 2 points, you want to find the center, and you have only a compass. That's all. No rule. Oh, you find it? You think you find it. It's possible you have business school, no? So remember, there is no rule.
Just information.
Okay? So with the rule, this is very easy. If I have this with a rule, it's okay. But I don't have this. So you have to compute this without lines. Yes?
Can I try?
Yes, sure. You want, fine, okay. You can do, just another, okay.
I know where this is, and I know where this is.
Yes,
Using that, radius from there, radius same distance, we do that.
yes.
This gives me a center line, that's my center.
You don't have this line.
I don't have that line, that's right.
You don't have this one.
But I have an intersection.
Yes, you have 2 intersections, correct. That's all.
If I have an intersection, I can do the same thing on the other side. So if that's a circle,
Yes.
same thing there. That finishes there, center line, there's my line. And then
No, no. Does not exist.
that line doesn't exist.
No. You don't have a rule.
I'm making a rule.
What? With what?
With my compass.
No, no, no. There is no joke. It's mathematics. No, no. You use it like a compass only, not like your rule.
I'm using it like a rule.
You don't have, see, because you don't have this. You don't have this. So you cannot find the
I don't
intersection.
No measuring tool.
So this is in space, not in dimension.
No, even in space is a problem. But we've done all of the in space.
But if you continue doing this all the way through,
Yes.
you should be able to form a form,
Oh,
in which case you create the
okay. So it's the solution is low.
yes,
So no.
you can't do
Yes. Yes. So if you want to do this, that
Sorry.
you for no, it's okay. It's okay.
it. People see.
They see what you don't see. This is a theorem. You can prove it. We can do it. But this is not so simple because there is no line. I just want to mention this problem to you because it's easy. You have all the elements. You have the tool. I can show you that there is a solution. I can show the guy from Denmark in Italy, and you are at the same level for the moment. But you just know that it's possible. But it's possible with less than an infinity of circuits. So this means right now that you have all the problems. And if you have all the problems and there is a solution, this means that the solution is inside the problem. We have to stop?
Ready for some questions?
Yes, of course.
Is there a wrap up? Did you want to end on anything? Or we
No,
can go-
because I see Vicky, she done like this.
Yeah.
Hey, donc,
Bravo, Vicky.
okay. He was supposed to say the same thing. You lied to me about Monday. So if there is any question,